Well, going through Hell Week, we're like, man, we got a pretty good team. We're telling everybody, yeah, we got a pretty good team, we got a pretty team. But every year they're like, no, it's the same thing every year, Abraham. It's the same thing every year. Everybody says they're gonna go to CIF and win it and da-da-da and all this.
When I first came out here, we was thinking, oh man, this team's small. But then when Coach came with the 5-wide offense, it seemed to fit us.
We had a lot of potential and a lot of good athletes.
There's something different about the team.
From the get-go, we started off playing like a team or prepared like a team and everything like that, and everybody just had the positive attitude to want to go and win and play at Qualcomm.
We expected the best and we wanted to be the best.
We had a statement and we just wanted to come out and prove people wrong this year.
We're like, no, we're gonna do good this year, watch.
Expectations for this year.
That our kids would play to the best of their ability.
They believe they could compete with teams.
Give it all we got.
Ready to go to CIF.
I thought about how neat it would be to get that far.
But for what the kids did this year, it was phenomenal.
Central Union, I think that was just our statement game. The first game of the season, you know, I think everybody was a little bit nervous because they didn't know what to expect. You know, the year before we went down to Central and we got killed, and then so we had a little revenge on mine. So came out there and gave it to him.
Montgomery, that was one of those games where it was fun to coach because it seemed like whatever you called worked.
My favorite defensive game is Montgomery because that was my first pick.
Our defense got a shutout. I think we put up 42 points in the second quarter, or 35 points. Everything just came together. Kearney was another game where offensively we did well, our defense played well. Maybe two of the best highlight plays we had all year were in that game, a catch by Clifton Thomas and a run by Abraham. Five wide.
Five wide.
Five wide.
Five wide.
We actually got the basic concept of the deep shotgun from a clinic tape.
Got it from a guy, Otto Zeman, back in Chicago. And
then I called the coach and asked him some questions, and then we just kind of put what we already were doing offensively into that system of five wide receivers.
You get some strange looks.
You'd hear some coaches kind of scoff.
They would ask me if we even had plays. They'd be like, is it just street ball?
I was a little shocked. I never heard of a five-wide offense before.
The first game against Central Union, I was ready to scrap the whole thing, and I was scared that maybe we made a mistake. I was telling Coach Goodrich on the headphones, hey, God, I wish we could just go to the eye and run the ball.
At first, it was all funny. Everybody's laughing. Five wide. You can't run five wide the whole season.
And then it was a Santa Fe Christian game that I really started to realize, you know, we can do a lot with this offense.
As soon as we got used to going around and like running the routes and stuff, I was pretty confident.
Brilliant, smart.
Best move anybody's probably ever made.
They give everybody opportunity to shine in their own way.
It worked to perfection.
That was Coach Texler. He made that call, and thanks to him, that's why our season's successful.
Our coaches coached it well, and it was because of the type of athletes that we had, this offense worked really well for it.
I first realized the team was special after the Santa Fe Christian game.
We lost to them the year before really bad.
We just came out and we played as a team. We fought every down.
You know, our offense was explosive and our defense was able to do a lot of things.
They're the defending CIF champs, and I feel that we hung with them.
And that was the point where kind of like, okay, we got something special here with what we're doing.
even though we lost, we came together as a team that game.
That's when I realized that, you know, this team was for sure.
Calexico was a game where we made a lot of mistakes in my book, and it was a long drive, and you know, we always thought we were getting a little homered by the refs. But you know, it was a good game. It ended quick. Our defense had another goal line stand in that game that really set the tone for the rest of the game. It's always good to, when you have to travel 3 hours, to have a 3-hour bus ride back after a win.
Steel Canyon, wow. Last year, they beat the living crap out of us. So this year, we had a whole new offense. The kids were ready to go. The kids were they were hungry. One of the kids said it was better than their cue ball that they had in Hawaii when they were in Pop Warner. Said it felt better than that, you know. So it was pretty awesome.
Santana, another learning experience. Their coach, their defensive coordinator did a great job. We made a lot of mistakes on offense. I think we threw 5 interceptions, but we had a goal line stand to really win the game. That was one of those games where as an offensive coach, you're not real happy, but as just a coach, you're proud as heck of your kids because they really clawed and scratched and you know, willed that game to a victory.
Actually, the first game of the season I knew we were special, but finally I let everybody else get to my head, talking about, nah, they're weak teams, and I was still saying they're weak teams too. And then finally we got West Hills to prove it.
We'd only beaten them one other time in the history that West Hills has been around with a varsity since 1990.
They brought in like people who played against West Hills when they won and their feelings when they won, so we're like, man, we gotta win.
It was a hard game. I remember they scored within like the first 15 seconds of the game.
It was 21-7 at half.
They scored 21 straight points on us or whatever, and we just came back and didn't give up and fought.
Like we got down real bad and we started to pull it together at the end of the game. I was wondering, I was like, man, are we gonna pull this out or not?
It was 21-21, it was like 4th and 10, and we still went for it, and then we scored. That was a big play right there.
For our kids to claw back and then put the game away was a real highlight.
Nobody really said anything to me about us being good until after the West Hills game.
Everyone pulled together and I was like, man, we got a team going now.
And the way we won too, it was obvious who the better team was that night.
People didn't realize that El Cajon Valley had a for sure team. We weren't a joke.
Once we started winning games, we attracted more people.
The hype was out.
All that publicity towards El Cajon, everybody started bringing us more love, and it was nice.
It just seemed like every week, you know, we would get a few more fans.
That's what I think every football player lives for, just see that crowd.
People came out, supported us, and it gave us a real boost of confidence.
Off like school campus and stuff, we heard a lot of people like, oh, you go to El Cajon Valley and stuff like that. We just got a lot more respect this year.
Someone comes up, you guys from El Cajon Valley? Yeah, we are. Well, you guys are doing a good job.
Even the students start believing that our team's good. Teachers and kids and everybody was just asking about it. How you guys doing?
Everyone else in the school, I think everyone's like realizing that we can do it. We can go to CIF, we can do all this stuff. It's not as hard as it used to be. Like it was impossible, but this year we changed that.
El Cap, huh?
We went in by watching what they did on tape and thought we had a real advantage.
Well, we thought that we could, you know, throw the ball all over them.
El Cap was a nail biter.
They really wanted to beat us. was a real tight game, and well, we came up on top, but I give those guys a lot of credit.
We had enough athletes at the time to still come out with a win, but that game helped us become a better team.
You know, obviously it was at that point the biggest game of the year, going for the Grossmont League, you know, the Grossmont North Championship.
We wanted that Grossmont North League Championship bad.
We knew we were a better team, and when we went in, we were confident. Field goal that ended the game was killer.
Before the kick, I was thinking, this dude better not make it, man. We worked too hard.
Well, it was a 42-yard kick, and so that's a hard kick for anyone to make.
We knew he was a good field goal kicker.
But this kid had a leg.
And I was just praying. I was like, please don't let him make it. Please don't let him make it.
When the snap was high, and it was high, and the kid had to stand all the way up.
It was snapped high. And I was thinking, I was happy. I was ready to go pick it up.
My mind was, we're winning the game.
And then dude caught it, put it down, and he kicked it.
The high snap and then the kick.
And he made a terrific play, and the kicker did a great job. And
seemed like a miracle that the guy even made it.
All my feelings just went down, and I was like, damn, I was shocked.
And yeah, no, I pretty much felt like I just got punched in the stomach.
We knew Orange Glen wasn't going to be the greatest team, but we still had our doubts. And what if they are good? And what if we're thinking about them, how everyone thought about us?
They were going to make a statement in the playoffs, and they did going into with that first game.
Castle Park, that was the test in the playoffs. CIF couldn't get them out the playoffs, so the whole thing was we had to get them out. We came ready to play, and we did. We played all 4 quarters.
The high point of the season was definitely the Mira Mesa game.
Finally, we get to Mira Mesa. They come out, they have their shirts off, they're all big, and we're all little.
Yeah, they're big, way big guys.
But nobody was intimidated, and we came out and we made a statement.
That was an emotional game for all of us.
I didn't really care that they're #1 in San Diego or anything like that. Even though we were picked to lose and everybody was doubting us, I felt our team came ready to play, and we did.
We were down by 3 points. And I remember kneeling down, praying to my mom saying, man, if I need a miracle, I need it now. And then the very next play, Clifton scored.
At the end, it was the last touchdown. It was a corner post play, and Abe just threw it perfect, and I jumped up there and caught it, and that was the game-winning touchdown. And then Abe went and picked it off at the end.
the win after Mesa, how everybody just was jumping up and down, crying, because we made it to where everybody thought we couldn't go.
Everybody was trying to go hug their family members. We made a statement, a game that I think everybody on our team will remember.
Hey, I want you guys to enjoy this. I want you to take in every second of it. Leave nothing left on the field. This is the last time this team will get to play together. This team. You don't second guess it. When 20 years from now, I want you to look back and say, I played my ass off at Qualcomm. I love every single one of you guys. Now go out there tonight and play like champions. I promise you, when this game is over, you'll be happy of the accomplishments that you've had. Let's go out
there. My expectations for this year were Qualcomm. I was saying the CIF and nothing less, and it didn't really feel all that real until like the game really started going and stuff like that.
It was exciting, like to walk out there and then you see the whole stadium around you. It's big. It felt real good.
Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends.
It is a big accomplishment making it to the Key Bowl. It was really cool to be at Qualcomm and see that many people there.
Like my father's come to pass. 7 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends.
I don't think any of us have been in a CIF game.
You felt like a pro, kind of.
Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends.
It was just very intense.
Ring out the bells.
You did. You gave me everything you had.
I think we laid down a good foundation.
We were out just to have a good time and prove people wrong.
We were like a family.
We put hope in the school.
I think we set a good precedent for the kids.
I hope one day we all come back all together and we all laugh about it and look back, and I don't know, it was just, I can't thank my teammates enough either.
Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass. 20 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends.
You guys did a hell of a job, and I love you, and I just hope that you guys just keep on doing what you've been doing, and keep chasing your dreams. And for those of you guys returning, it's time to answer the bell. And for those of you guys that are leaving, you're always family, and we love you. Thank you.
You guys know, you want to just quickly
I got another mic.
Sean, excuse me.
Get out, Cliff.
I ain't trying to have nobody hear my interview.
My name is Sean Stahl, captain of the football team, number 55, middle linebacker and center.
Hey, Jay, don't try to be slick, Jay. Get out of here.
My name's Abraham Ohazy. I'm a senior. I play quarterback and safety.
I understand for yours.
My name is Yaron Nagash, and I played corner and receiver.
Come on, Sean, come on, man.
My name is Jeremy Young. I'm a senior. I played wide receiver and outside linebacker.
Why y'all got, come on, man.
Hi, my name is Ricky Gilbert. I played free safety. I was number 24, and I'm in the 10th grade.
Do you think he's slick? I seen you.
Hi, my name's Clifton Thomas. I was a wide receiver.